female fighter of the year, and here are each of your picks.
Okay. See, you went the easy route.
Yeah.
I figured that. I figured you'd go the easy
route. You're right. I did. I did because of what she did. I gave her the submission also too of the year because
Name them off.
it was it was Alexa Grasso for me. Was the female fighter of the year because of the stage in which she did it. Then on top of it, she had to do it twice. It's hard to beat the same person twice of that caliber, and she did. I don't know.
No, she didn't.
What are you talking about? Oh, sorry, you're right. You're right. But she pretty much did. She's still the champ. she pretty much did. She's still the champ.
There was a scorecard that made that happen, but it was a draw.
Yeah, I know. But she's still the champ, is what I mean. Like,
she's still the champ. Yes, I'll give it to her.
Sorry.
But okay, hold on. Leave that up there. Push that up just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
See, and this is where I look at it and I like it. And I did look at it.
Yeah.
But that draw
was
what made me say, nope, I'm going to go in a different direction.
This is true.
And the different direction I went was Tatiana Suarez has come back from being incredibly ill, having a terrible disease and fighting through it, getting back to not only being healthy, but now being able to be a professional athlete, and has come back, and she has 2 wins in 2023. Both of them by submission, both of them with the same submission, and has proven that her last one was against Jessica Andrade, who we both love as far as a fighter. We know how tough she is, strong, physically, capable, and she just made Jessica look timid.
Yeah,
she had Jessica in trouble throughout it. And I look at it, and Tatiana Suarez, very few women fought 2 fights where they got wins in 2023. She got it. She is the person I look as the person that will present the biggest threat to Weili. Weili only had the 1 fight, so I look and I got to give it to Tatiana Suarez. She's the one putting the pressure on the champ. She's the one that went out there and fought twice, 2 submission wins.
That's what I was going to say.
Ended both.
Yeah.
And that was the big difference. That's why I gave it.
That's impressive. Not just one win by submission and another draw or another decision. She went out there and got 2 finishes within 2 rounds. That's even more impressive. I agree with you. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. Good call.
Okay.
Good call. I just look at, because we have put, myself specifically, have put Valentina Shevchenko on such a pedestal. If for her to come out and get the submission victory against her in the first fight, and then come out and then fight someone who was fighting with a lot of aggression in that second fight, in Valentina Shevchenko, and having to figure out the riddle of Valentina and how she's going to try to make the changes to fix what I was going to do against Alexa Grasso. And I know it was a draw, but she still retains the title. It's hard to beat that same person twice. And she was losing to her in the first fight. Gets the submission.
Yeah.
Then makes the fight, the second one. Sure, it was a draw, but she wasn't losing it. Like it was a back and forth battle. Whereas
she was losing it again.
Yeah, she was. But I'm saying though, John, is that what I'm saying though is that it wasn't like for me, it's very difficult for a 30-year-old, doesn't matter male or female, but very difficult for a 30-year-old to have to beat somebody with that amount of someone with that type of fight IQ. Valentina Shevchenko's fought experience, all the kickboxing matches, all the experience she had before MMA, like coming in to do what she's done in MMA. I mean,
and the people she's faced.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, look at her losses to. Valentina Shevchenko's losses are to Amanda Nunes twice.
It was Amanda Nunes twice, Liz Carmouche once, and now Alexa Grasso.
Yeah, so.
Not bad.
No, not bad at all. Not bad at all. That's
look.
You're looking at the wrong person, Dave.
If I was gonna look and say, the one thing, and I looked at Alexa, and the only reason I didn't give it to Alexa is because it was a draw. She didn't win.
Yeah.
But she is fighting as the champ, and she was fighting another person that was a long-standing champ, and so I can totally agree with, your pick and understand why you picked it. I just went with the one that was going out and finishing fights and has put herself in a position, man, she's ready. I know she's got her fight against Amanda Lemos coming up, but Weili Zhang should be next if she gets past Lemos.
I agree. I think Weili's going to end up going up to 20 or to 125 and fight.
125?
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. What I liked about Alexa Grasso, she was shoving when she couldn't get the palm to palm. She shoved the hand behind the head and then tucked her chin right over it. And also, this wasn't a clean choke where it was under the chin. It was across the jaw. And it's very rare do you see female fighters look to try to finish that type of choke. And it was more of that jaw lock / choke. She was cutting off the circulation, but more of the crank. And to use the physical strength to do that against someone who you and I have we've sat on the stage and said that Valentina Shevchenko is probably one of the more stronger fighters. She's one of the more technical fighters in terms of on the feet, on the ground. She is one of the most well-rounded fighters in the world. And for Alexa Grasso to go out there and do that, we've seen someone mature right in front of our eyes. There was so much at stake. She was not even ranked in the top. I think she was number 5 or number 6 at the time. For her to go out there and do that was very impressive to me.
I'm not going to argue with anything you said. The fight was impressive. And that's the difference for me, is the fact that who she did it against makes it special. But what really happened was Valentina made a big mistake, ends up giving her back off of that mistake, and Alexa takes advantage of it. But the submission itself wasn't like, oh my God, well, look at that submission.
Yeah.
It was the ending of the fight itself was, oh my God, look at that ending. Oh my God, she beat her. And so I give it, great fight, great win, great use of, like you said, the ability to make something happen when it's not perfect. But I look at that fight and I look more at Alexa Grasso believing, being behind, and finding a way to win. All the credit in the world. The submission itself,
Got it.
Everyone has talked about that as it's like, the submission itself is okay.
Yeah.
It got the win, and that's the most important part. It got the win. And who it was against, that's even more impressive, because we've seen that, too many women have gone in there and come out second best against Valentina. So big win. I can't say anything bad about the submission, but it was a rear naked choke. Okay.
Yeah. I just looked at it. For me, it was more about the fact that it's very rare do you see female fighters try to go for the jaw lock or the neck crank or whatever it is.
Because it's a strength.
It's a strength. And you could see, if you go back and watch, as soon as she gets the hand behind the head, you could see her squeeze and pull her closer and tighter and then start to hip in a little bit. And I thought, wow, very beautifully executed. I thought I've seen this before. And it just, normally it's by men. It's not by females. And they don't try to muscle their way through things. She put the squeeze on her. And I'm like, oh, Valentina's a stronger fighter. No. In this position, she was able to do something that I hadn't seen female fighters utilize to their advantage before.
100% agree.